good dog? Yes, you are. Yes, you are, puppy. Good girl. You're a good dog. Yes, you are. See the teeth? Oh, look at those teeth. Can I see them? Wow, those look like some pearly white teeth. Are you a good dog? Are you good? Yes, you are good. You are good. I know you're good. You're my girl. You're a good dog. Good girl. Good girl. Check the minis. Check it here. Check, check, double check. One of the horses tipped the fan, so the fan is tipped down because they played with it and tipped it. So I'm gonna go in there and fix it. Dorks. I kind of knew one of the horses would screw around with the fan because the Arabians, they just don't know any better than if something is there, they're either going to be terrified of it or they're going to mess with it. So I knew they were going to play with that fan. We may have to secure it into place so they can't move it. Here's the minis. There's little John. Hey, bud. Just got done filling their hay bag. Hey, buddy. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Hi. Hi, little John. This is Miss Rose. Hey, Rosie. Hey, Rosie. Hey, girl. Oh, good girl. Just got them filled up here. They're hanging out this morning. All right, guys, so this morning I came out. There's James. He's out to say hello to everybody. It's early in the morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Puppers, be kind to him. He's your friend, remember? You want to keep him your friend. Bubs. I anticipated this would be a small live because it is 7:20 on a Monday morning. But I know people rewatch. So if you're rewatching this, I just wanted to share. I'm keeping Phoenix in today. Yesterday we did a little more pasture time. As you guys know, he has trouble keeping hay down. Fence is turned on, so I'm not getting close. He has trouble keeping hay in without quitting. So yesterday I thought, since he does so well on the pasture, I'm going to leave him out on pasture for a little bit longer than I usually do. And I want to show you what the result of that is. You see that pile of shit? That pile of shit? That pile and that liquid? It's literally liquid. Green liquid. That's the result of leaving him on pasture for longer. That's not great. So he's staying in this morning. Tonight I will give him limited time on pasture. Of course, that means I have to feed him more because honestly, he's not keeping in any hay which, yes, I know the vet needs to come out. Hello, Sean. We need to do a reevaluation because we've been about almost 4 weeks since the vet came. That's a month. And I'm not seeing improvements with the quitting while he's on hay. He's still having issues chewing. So I want a reevaluation. It's been a month. I feel like we should be seeing more improvement, and there is, with hay, there is almost none. He's all right on pasture, but what happens in the winter when you don't have pasture anymore? So it's a bit frustrating, honestly. I'm bummed. I'm reading up on the different issues that he could have. I think he needs to be sedated and have a full exam done of like every tooth and check, because there's something up. Have his entire mouth and oral health checked over. When they do an initial float, they don't do all of that. They just do a float. Ooh, from Turkey. Hello. So Puppers here is a St. Bernard and German Shepherd cross. She's a good dog. She's a livestock guardian dog. And she sometimes likes to eat horse food because she's also very weird. This horse is a boy horse. He's a gelding. So he is not a stallion. He's a gelding. His name is Phoenix. And Phoenix came from Kilpen. And I'm working on putting weight on him, but it's a slow process and going slower. It's definitely not going to help if he's doing that. So I'm going to call my vet. I'm hoping this week. Usually if I call, they'll fit me in within that week. It depends on what I'm calling for. If I have an emergency, of course, they'll come immediately. This isn't an emergency. He's putting down food, so I'm giving him soaked feed right now. And he does do well on pasture, limited pasture, but it will need to be this week. It's not an emergency, so I would say within the next 3 to 5 days, this week for sure. But I need to have him reevaluated. You know, we talked about it at length. And if it turns out that it's a neurological problem or something that we can't have taken care of, there's no way on earth that we could give him, that anybody could give him the proper care he would need without absolutely killing their bank account and just the amount of what's it called, time that you would need to soak and feed a horse this big is a lot. Yes, very, very. Yes, Sarah, I will absolutely. Farm near Hawaii. We have heat indexes that are supposed to be wild today. That's why these horses are out right now. They will only be out for about this honestly an hour and a half tops. Then I'm bringing them in. I have a fan going for them that we had donated amazingly. Perfect timing, because the heat is supposed to be absolutely unbearable here today in Minnesota. Unbearable heat. Dangerous heat. So I have a fan going in there. I'll bring the horses in. To be honest, if I have to, which it's hard because you have to deal with flies if you do this, but you can give them all sponge baths with warm water. You don't want cold water, it'll shock their system. But I could give them all sponge baths with warm water, and then if they do that and then stand in front of the fan, that will help them to cool down. But no, we have shade, we have a fan, cold water. Not cold. It's not cold. If you give them cold water, it shocks their system. But we have water that's out of the sunlight. Yeah, it's going to be very, very hot today. That's Turkey in Europe. Oh my gosh. Wow. Some more wildfire. Yeah, we have, it's going to be extreme heat here today. To the tune of even going to the pool is quite dangerous. Even going places where there's water is quite dangerous. And for the horses, I mean, inside, under the shade, making sure that they have water available at all times. Do I have help? My husband helps me, but otherwise it's just me. I do the horses mostly. I would say he helps me, like my husband built this for me. He built the mini shelter, he built my hay net. He builds and he fixes and he puts fences in and he does all of that type of stuff with me. But as far as the daily chores with the horses, that is almost solely my responsibility. It's something I wanted to do, and I enjoy it, and it's a huge part of my life, and it's something that is definitely my thing. So, hey James, there's James. Now, James is trying to eat the horse food too. James is the kitten down there. So I do have help. I mean, and my kids will help out occasionally, but I would say most of it is definitely, look at him. James, he's making friends with the horse. Look at that. He is something else. But yeah, like I said, the horse will be out for maybe an hour, and then I'm going to pull him in because honestly, I'm not going to be out in this heat. It's too hot. It's going to be too hot. I don't want to be out here. I don't want my horses. So like I fed the minis up here. These are my minis. I fed them. They'll eat. They'll have this almost gone in like a couple hours, and then they'll go stand inside in their shelter where it's nice and cool. Not nice and cool, but it's out of the sun. They love it in there. They'll go in there together and hang out in there until better weather. This is little John here. Good morning, Avery. Good morning. I was just telling everybody we're gearing up for some really hot weather. Hi, honey. This is Rosie, little John. Sometimes some heat. It's cold here. Oh my gosh, where are you located? No, we are just bracing for some immense heat. I was telling everybody okay, they're working on this bale. This is the round bale we had put in. Can you get out of here, Clucky? They come in here and I'm pretty sure she lays eggs in there. And then we can't find eggs. And then they're in the strangest places, like up on top of here. That's not where I'm gonna go looking for eggs, or they lay them down in here and then I find them later and I'm like, yeah, I'm not using that because I don't know how long it's been in there. But it's been a scorcher. Yeah, South Africa. Oh, yeah, I can imagine that's hot. I probably shouldn't be complaining, but I'm not used to like 110 degrees here. I mean, it gets hot in Minnesota, but there's a lot of warnings out. So that's why I'm just coming out here early. I come out here early every morning, but I'm coming out here early and I'm anticipating only leaving the horses out for a very short amount of time before I'm just going to pull them in. I'm going to pull everybody in, make sure everybody gets fed and gets enough to eat, but then nope, all day they need to lay low. I don't want them in the sun at all. It's just going to be too hot. It's too dangerous. I have electrolyte that I currently give to Phoenix for drinking. It encourages them to drink. It's an electrolyte. When I feed these guys, when they come in, I'm putting electrolyte on all of their food. Don't care. The minis should have it too. I'll probably give the minis electrolytes too. That will encourage them to drink. And then that really helps with hydration and keeping them. It's 4 times of extreme heat or to help your horse, encourage your horse to drink. So I 100% am going to be giving that to the horses, to all of them, when I come back. Yeah, hot and humid. Yep. But I was telling everybody Phoenix is not getting out today. He's not going out in the pasture. Yesterday I tried to leave him out for a little bit more time because because of his weight, being on pasture is better. He can't really chew much hay. He's still quitting. But after doing that, I can see it probably was not the greatest idea. That's all liquid green crap. So he is His stool is loose, and I mean that's the alfalfa and the green, too much of that. I always tell you guys, I don't keep my horses out there full time, and that's why I don't. Sometimes it can cause more issues than not. So he is staying inside tonight. When it's cooled off, probably 8 and 9 o'clock at night, I'll let him out for like an hour, and that's it. And what does that mean? That means in the scorching hot, I'm gonna have to come out here and be feeding him. It's gonna be hot, but I'm gonna have to come out and feed him more often because he's not going out to pasture today. So I'm soaking feed right now, and I'll have to feed him several times today so that he gets enough intake. But yeah, not doing pasture today. Avery, yeah, alfalfa can do stuff to, yep. And there's a lot of alfalfa out there, and honestly, these guys kind of pick around it. They eat more of the grasses, but Phoenix is just straight up hungry, and he'll eat everything and anything, and he'll just chow down, and he doesn't have a monitor for that. So yep, alfalfa can really mess with things, even grasses, anything green. Like alfalfa is a big one, but really green pasture, I mean lush green pasture like that can just wreak havoc on a horse. And that's why I minimize it. And I know that means that I have to buy hay year round. You know what I mean? We have to keep that hay feeder. We have a hay bale in there. They've gone through like 6-7 bales this summer. And it's like, people are like, you have pasture, why not just keep them on pasture? Why are you paying money for bales when you can just keep them on pasture? Well, because it doesn't do good things to their gut. And it doesn't do good things to their gut. It doesn't do good things for their arthritis. Any issues they have will be just multiplied times a million if you put them on green pasture. So I just would rather pay for hay and actually have them healthy and feel good than not pay for hay, have them eating tons of grass, and have them just not feel well, be bloated, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I don't know. That's what I do. And I know people who don't do that. I know people who just do full turn and they just turn their horses out on pasture over the summer, and that's what they do. But I found that to be very dumb and honestly careless and self-centered for me personally, because I have horses that have different needs. They don't do well on that. And clearly he doesn't either, because he's shitting his guts out. How much is a hay bale? Oh, we're going to be talking about this in time to come, because we have to purchase our hay for the winter, and it's going to be expensive. Hold on. Okay, sorry. They're doing road work over there, and I just heard some loud beeping, and I wasn't sure where it was coming from, but it's over there. So for me personally, I can't go out and just buy round bales from anyone. I have to buy a very good quality round bale. The reason is Phoenix is missing teeth and has issues with quitting. He's an older horse. He's going to need a very high quality hay. Moo out there, Moo is my black horse. He is old. He needs a soft, very good quality grass hay, no alfalfa. Alfalfa is too stemmy. This is alfalfa, I'll show you. And I want to show you guys something. When I rip off see this stem? Alfalfa has a ton of stem like this. Horses don't do good on this when they're older or when they're missing teeth. They don't do well on alfalfa. So these guys, none of them. Norman is missing teeth. Lovey is older. Moo is older. Even my pony's alfalfa, this just doesn't, the stemminess of it doesn't work out. So I have to buy second cut, because first cut is too coarse. I have to buy second cut grassy Timothy hay. That's what I have to get. So it's in round bales. So it ranges anywhere from $80 to $110. the sooner you buy it, the better, because otherwise you can run into the issue of, no, or yes, I did. I put some food out. You run into the issue of supply and demand. So if you wait too long, you can end up not being able to get hay, or you have to pay like twice as much for it. So the second cut should be ready anytime now. So we need to get our hay and our hay storage. So that's coming up soon. I love horses very much. I used to practice horse riding, including with weapons. Oh, very cool. Oh, thank you. That's so kind. I love my horses, and I try to give them what they need. And alfalfa might be okay in moderation out here, but it really doesn't belong in our bales. I've done some with a little alfalfa in it even, and the horses don't like it. To be honest, they're picky. Horses are picky. They're not cows. They're not goats. You can get by a little different with cows, goats, even ponies. Ponies aren't as picky. These horses are need a little more specialized care, I would say. They need a specific thing. He's almost done here. All right, we're gonna head in pretty quick, puppers, because I don't want to be out here. It's getting hot. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's Monday morning. It's early morning for live. We're actually about to jump on out of here. I've been on for a few minutes and I'm ready to go. I actually am craving coffee. I don't drink a ton of coffee. Normally I'll drink like iced. I don't drink hot coffee. I drink like iced protein coffee, and then I say I'm drinking my coffee, but really it's protein, it's banana, it's protein powder, coffee. Poppers? No. You know what I mean? It's not really coffee. It's like a protein based thing, but I'm like craving some form of, maybe it's just the caffeine that I'm craving, but he's fed. They all have water. They are out. The minis are fed. The minis keep watching me. They're very curious. Hi, babies. The fan's going. But yes, everybody have a great Monday. We're going to be laying low here, besides feeding Phoenix every few hours. That's going to suck. But I'm going to be calling my vet today to have a reevaluation done for Phoenix, because his progress is not what I thought it would be, and I need to know what I'm dealing with. And we're a month since the vet has come, and I'm seeing no progress with hay at all. So Phoenix will be reevaluated this week. My farrier was talking about coming today, but with the heat, I don't think that I'm going to have him come here today. It's too hot. So I think I'm going to message him and tell him not to come, because I don't want any of my horses standing in the sun for any period of time. And I know maybe I'm being a big baby and being ridiculous about it, but I also don't want, okay, even if he only takes like 10, 15 minutes per horse, I have 6 horses. So my farrier is going to have to be standing out there doing 6 horses. That's a lot. And I know he's had heat stroke issues in the past, and he doesn't do well with heat. So I don't feel like putting him through trimming my horses today. Just not a good idea. So anyways, thanks, Mary. Mary, it's very, 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 very hot here. Actually, you're in the shade right here. It's wonderful, but it's not like this everywhere. And it's going to be very, very bad today. Heat indexes are just off the charts. They're recommending people don't even be outside. So it's going to be very, very warm. No, it's really not. Thank you. I hope the vet can do a full analysis of his mouth, which when she came, She did look, she felt around, she did, but I think what she's going to do now is she'll sedate him and she can even run some tests on him, and really dig into his mouth and figure out, because at this point we're kind of assuming that there may be something more than just he needed his teeth floated. There can be neurological problems that will cause them to quit, and those are like incurable. There can be TMJ problems. That's issues with pain in their jaw, where then they don't chew correctly. Honestly, from the research that I've been doing, it doesn't look great. I'm trying to remain optimistic. It's only been a month, but I'm also a realist, and so I want to know. And I know my vet will shoot me straight. I want to know what I'm dealing with. I want to know what this is. I want to know what this looks like going forward, because I am not, and you guys can disagree with this. Oh, hello, Kaylin. Good morning. You guys can disagree with this, but I personally am not a fan of keeping an animal if they can't live a decent quality of life. And I do not feel that a decent quality of life for a horse is keeping them if they cannot eat forage. Right now we have pasture, and he's able to kind of do better on that. But if he is not able to eat hay, we're going to be, like I say, I'm a realist. I don't want to think the worst. But I'm also not keeping a horse around that can't live a good quality of life and enjoy things horses are supposed to enjoy. Plus, there's no way in heck I'm coming out every 2 hours in the middle of winter to constantly feed soaked feed. That is not something I can do, and that doesn't give a horse good quality of life. Just eating that for the rest of their, for most of their life, except for the summer months when they can be on pasture. I mean, here's the thing. My vet will shoot me straight. She'll tell me how it is. She'll tell me what it is. She'll help me figure it out. And then she'll come up with the best plan for what my situation is and what we need to do for him to give him a good life. He needs to, 6 horses. Yes, it's a zoo. It's very busy. In Russia, it's very hot. A hot black tea and lemon. Huh. I want something with coffee in it. And cold. Something cold with coffee. Well, I have a little guy up. Hi, buddy.
This is my airplane.
That's your airplane? That's cool. I see your kitty wants to play with you.
Yeah, he likes my airplane.
So the reason he has feet jammies on this morning is because they sleep in the basement, and our basement is very cool. The upstairs is a little bit warmer, but the basement is cement floor, or it's not cement floor, but you know what I mean? It's cement, like they have carpeting, but it's like, you know what I mean? How basements are, it's downstairs. It stays way cooler. It's below it's like below our basement is below the dirt, so it stays much cooler. So even though it is very hot, people are saying hi to you.
So, down in this window, that's our basement.
Yep, down in that window is our basement. We better get you in, buddy, and get you changed.
Okay.
Okay, that would be a good plan. So even though it's like umpteen degrees out here, he's in feet jammies and warm jammies. That's because it's chilly in his room. And so even in summertime, they wear very warm pajamas. Anyways, hello, little man. Somebody called you little man. And someone else says, hi, Peter. He says hi. All right. Well, I got to go be on mom duty, guys, but I will keep you posted on what happens with the vet as per usual. I will keep you guys posted on everything. Everybody stay safe, stay cool. I shouldn't even be talking about drinking coffee. Drink water. Like, water's good for us. I'm going to be drinking water today and probably keeping my kids more or less in the house. I'm all about outside, being outside, swimming and doing things outside, but today I don't even think it's worth risking having kids outside. So stay hydrated, have a safe day. Hope everybody has a great Monday, and then we will talk. I will let you guys know what's going on with my vet in Phoenix, and we'll, everything. We'll keep you posted. But yeah, I'm gonna jump in there and get Peter some breakfast. Have a good breakfast with the kiddos. Thank you. Yeah, it's I'm gonna be one kid short this week. She gets to go on a vacation with some relatives, and so I'm gonna be short a kid, and then the following week we have a kids program all week, and then like the week after that we start school. So definitely going to be a very busy week here for me because it's one of my last free weeks. So I have tons of stuff to do in the house. So actually this hot weather won't bother me as much because I have to be in the house anyway, and I need to be in the house because I have work to do. So it works out. Everybody stay cool. Enjoy the day. Please do have a fantastic Monday. You too, Avery. Thanks, guys, for jumping on. I'm going to go in, and we'll see you on the next one. And I always lose track of where the X is to end this. You too, Mary.